Hello, good morning. Dan Alasso here, making history, and it's day 10 of my retrenchment journey. I've already mentioned, I think, that retrenching 27 people at the bottoms of several departmental rosters may tend to disproportionately eliminate early career faculty who not only are teaching a lot of the survey courses, but who also may, because they've more recently been in grad school, maybe a little bit more up to date on some of the most recent advances in their fields, and maybe sometimes also in new developments in teaching. Now, this is not universally the case. It's not necessarily the case, of course. It is completely possible for a tenured full professor who's been around for 20 or 30 or 40 years to be keeping up with the latest developments and to be excited about new educational technologies and practices. I have certainly seen some instances of that. But statistically, there may be some type of a case there to be made. Similarly, another thing that has been said about this retrenchment is that it is going to disproportionately eliminate women and minorities from our faculty. And statistically, this is also demonstrably true. Fewer of BSU's more recent faculty hires have been your typical middle-aged white males like myself. So far as measures of diversity and equity go, BSU will be taking a big step backwards, a big step toward the 70s, if not the 1950s, with this change. Of course, this doesn't determine educational outcomes. Just as there are some tenured full professors who keep up with their field and with pedagogy, there are also some middle-aged white guys, like myself, who work to incorporate diversity into their courses and to tell a wider story. I teach decolonization and highlight issues of race and class and women's issues in my history courses. A recent contingent history instructor who covered for both of my colleagues during their sabbaticals was a young white male, but he was a very effective advocate and a teacher of equity and diversity. So I don't think it's necessarily true that the people who are left are going to try to lock down the curriculum into a conventional master narrative worldview. Although I do have to admit that the contingent instructor that I just mentioned and I will both be gone once retrenchment goes into effect. So it is something that maybe people should think about as they move forward at BSU. And I'll have more to say about how things develop as this continues over the next 271 or so days. But that's all for now. So I hope you found that a little bit interesting. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you again tomorrow.